Okay.
Now I know I bring up the whip.
You hear some rustling, and it's getting closer and closer. And then a tree right near you, the rustling stops. And then a figure just leaps down, lands right in front of you, and says, "What are y'all doing in here?"
Big question is, why are you following us?
It's part of my job.
And your job is...
And that would be telling now, wouldn't it?
You notice him do the eye pinching thing again, just like, oh my god.
Top speaks up. I now have 3 guesses.
Okay, so as this individual is standing before you, you all recognize he is clearly a drow. He has slicked back, long-ish, stark white hair, obsidian skin. He's a slightly muscular, on the thin side build. And he's got 2 rapiers, one on each hip.
So, I'm either guessing along with Tal, you're following us to track us, or you just monitor these woods. Which one?
And one of those is correct.
Oh,
I am not flipping another coin.
I'm gonna crack my whip just ominously in the background.
so how about this? We make this very simple, and I'm going to go ahead and do an intimidation roll. You either tell us what you're doing out here, why you're following me, or when I get back to town, I'm going to have you drawn and quartered for disturbing my peace.
I roll for assistance. I cracked my whip at that time.
Alright, let me pull up his character sheet.
Ooh,
Where is
But my
it?
intimidation's good, though.
I'm about to set this one out.
Okay.
I got a 19.
Okay.
Got 13, so obviously.
I think you beat it.
Alright. He looks at you and goes, no need for violence.
Well, you're irritating me, getting on my nerves, and I think I'm starting to get a headache. You want to know what happened to the last person that gave me a headache?
I do.
I'm going to stab you later.
You're going to be the next one.
He says, you are in my neck of the woods. So, technically, you're the ones that should be answering questions, not me.
Well, as we can both tell, I don't care. I'm going on a leisurely stroll with, well, a friend of mine and my guards. So, how about we lock that jaw, ignore our passage, we cause no problems, you cause no problems, and nobody has to find out.
He stands there, makes a face like he's thinking. Well, you see, it's kind of my job to monitor what goes on in these woods and report it back, so...
And you know, my family's been missing out on a sacrifice these past few weeks. I hear drow blood goes real good.
Well, you say that, but you're a bit far from home now, aren't you?
True. Oh, but wait. Hold on. Can I do an actual history check to remember anything about drow?
Sure.
Cool, because there's something I would love to leverage right now. That is a 17 plus 5, so a 22.
Okay.
Basically, I want to know, they're a matriarch system, yeah?
No,
Not in this world?
not in this world.
What are they then? Give me a...
They're a matrix system when they're
Okay.
in the Underdark.
Most drows are followers of Dutera, whereas most other elves are followers of Aurea, kind of the silly and unsilly fae.
So there's nothing in like their usual past history, like in normal D&D rules that I can leverage against them, like tell his matriarch.
Nothing against drow specifically.
So Forgotten sits there and strokes his kind of 5 o'clock shadow, and he's just like, well, I'm a bit far away from home, but this is also 1, 2, 3, 5 v1. I think my heritage is a little bit more hot-blooded than yours, and in the end, if I don't come home and, they know we came to these little neck of the woods. Who's the first one going to get skinned?
He chuckles and he says, "You think I'm alone?"
Intimidation roll real quick, guy. That's going to be a 25.
I'm gonna interrupt real quick. When he says you think I'm alone, I'm gonna roll for a perception check.
I'm gonna do that too.
He's gonna look around and wait a minute. Dirty 20.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I got a 9.
I'm also going to.
You, up until this point, you have seen nothing, but as he says that, 5 more figures drop out of the trees. And you notice that it's a mix of different races. There's 2 humans, a halfling, a gnome, and a wood elf.
Upon seeing all of them, and with my intimidation, I still flick at my horns. I'm just like, again, my heritage. And if I don't happen to come home within 2.5 days' time, maybe less, they're going to come to these woods. And unless you're normal bandits, which in that case, well, that's a different story, who's going to be the first ones to get skinned? And trust me, my father really enjoys the taste of the long pig, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, you see here, I don't fear your father. I frankly don't care who he is. If I feared your father, I wouldn't be with the group I'm with.
And
Can
what group is that?
He smiles kind of mischievously. Why don't you give me a history check?
Okay.
Can I also?
God, this dice likes number 18. That's going to be a 23.